Meeting for prayer tonight. Joining them, families who have lost loved ones to violence. They're praying for healing and change in Columbus. Kalea Gunderson has their message.
People with personal stories of the life-changing impact of gun violence meeting for prayer in East Columbus.
You're still God in the midst of a chaos.
This prayer service sparked by the shooting of Kalea Bryant.
We are continuing to lose our children to gun violence.
Crystal Turner, who now lives out of state, learned of Bryant's death on the news and rushed back to Columbus for this night of prayer.
Hearing her story, hearing about all of the mothers who I know here in Columbus that I have relationship with, and the fact that we are now adding another sister to this group just broke my heart.
She lost both her son and daughter to domestic gun violence in Columbus 6 years ago.
After the funeral was gone and everybody else has went back to their normal lives, families of victims who've lost their lives face a new normal, trying to figure out how do you move forward.
Prayers centering around hope for families of the victims of violence in Columbus and hope for the future of the city.
Father, we pray for accountability tonight.
This service on the eve of Kalea Bryant's funeral. Bishop Timothy Clark saying hope will be his focus on Friday.
We've made our demands. Now let's focus on that family and giving that baby the burial she deserves.
Michael Young, pastor of City of Grace Church, joins Bishop Clark in applauding the mayor's move to request a DOJ review of Columbus police.
We know there's a tremendous amount of great police officers, but there are some that has been obvious based upon actions that there needs to be differences in training, there needs to be differences in procedures, protocols, and just their overall behavior. So we endorse the move to bring in the DOJ, and I'm grateful for that bold step.
On your side in Columbus,
Violence, God, is a terrible thing.
Kalea Gunderson, ABC 6 News. It might not be the prettiest singing you've ever heard, but that's what these cicadas, not to be confused with locusts, are doing.
Really loud.
Really loud?
Yeah.
It's the sound of male cicadas trying to attract a female. Local naturalist Brighton Jude tells me they've been in the ground for the past 17 years, meaning they're more likely to be in neighborhoods with older trees.
I think our houses were all built in '95, so we get them all.
Brood 10 is the cycle of cicadas emerging by the millions in central Ohio, parts of the Midwest and East. This is their last chance to reproduce before dying off. Cue the mating call. I'm using this decibel meter on my phone to show just how loud this sound is. It's averaging in the 80s, but maxing out at 99. That's louder than the sound of a motorcycle. And the CDC says after just 2 hours of exposure to that sound consistently, that's enough to cause hearing damage.
I would say this week has just really escalated. It has, anytime we go on a walk, we get attacked. Multiple hits to the face.
But no stinging or biting.
Jumping onto you nonstop, just like climbing everywhere.
And occasionally they'll find a tolerable human.
Sometimes I hold them.
Oh, just hold them, hang out with them?
Yeah.
After they shed their outer skeleton and mate, that's it for the male cicadas.
And then those fall down and then they die pretty fast, and so that's what you smell.
The females will stick around up to a week longer looking for the right tree branch to plant their eggs in, so the cycle can repeat itself over the next 17 years. This lightning strike hit the home so discreetly that they say if the family had not been in there or at least close enough to see the smoke or see the flames, this could have ended much differently. From the outside, you'd never guess lightning hit this chimney and kept going.
You do hear of it happening, and I've seen it hit transformers before, but I've never been involved in anything like this.
Julie Lentz was having a backyard pool day with friends and family until the storm forced them inside.
We were sitting in the porch room. We heard just a really loud bang, and the lights went and the TV popped off. We could smell the smoke immediately.
Firefighters said it struck down through the chimney and into the floor.
It was a gas line.
Then came the smoke and flames.
You know, when a lightning storm comes through like that, so it's definitely something people need to be aware of.
It was crazy that we were actually in the room where it hit.
And because they were able to call for help quickly.
My parents have lived here for over 40 years, so the whole family is like, this is our home. And, it goes up in just a quick lightning strike.
Fortunately, fire crews got there fast enough to stop it from spreading throughout the home.
We're lucky, and we're thankful that all's well.
And the family says they're especially grateful that the Washington Township Fire Department was able to get there so quickly and get the situation under control. They're hoping to be back in their house in about a week. Bob.